Faith Mama Fab Finds, and we are here to do another haul video. We have things from a lot of different things. I went to a flea market, and I went to like different places this last week. So it's going to be a mishmash as we go along here, but we'll see what we can find. And we're going to start with this guy. So I'm probably keeping this because I don't think it's really worth more. I paid more, like what I would pay to keep it, because it was like $12 at a little antique shop within this flea market that we went to. So it's mid-century. It's just really cute. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it, but let me see. Where's the where? Oh, there you go. Like there's a reflection of my computer screen. Like, I'm having a day today. Okay, I'm just gonna be real honest about that because like things aren't working right. But so anyway, I don't know if you can see, but it's got a mouse and a frog. There's a cute little sunshine up there with a smile. A rooster. So I think this is going to my kitchen right now, but I paid $12 for it, and it's probably worth maybe $15. So it's not worth listing it, but it's okay because I think it's super cute and it's going in my house. But I thought I would show it to you. So there's a flea market in a place called New Egypt, New Jersey, which is a bit of a drive from my house. But my daughter and I went there. I think they're open Wednesdays and Sundays. We went there last week on Wednesday when it was like 1,000 degrees early in the morning. And they have all these little houses, and they're all painted and cute and very like hippy-dippy 60s, some of them, and some of them are more countrified, and they're like little rows of houses. But the houses are actually barracks from Fort Dix, from back like World War II era, I guess. They, the old metal like hut things, Quonset hut kind of things, but a little bit smaller. So that's what the whole place is filled with. Plus there's people out there with tables doing like flea market stuff. But anyway, so we wandered. Not everybody's open there on Wednesdays. It was really hot, but I did find a few cute things like that. But I did find some good deals at the same place I bought this. And I found a couple things for me and a couple things that were cute. But we might go back when the weather breaks a little bit, because it was hot. It was pretty hot, but it was okay. We had fun. We looked around. There were some cute places. Some of the little huts were air conditioned. Good thing, but it's fun. So the other place I went to was a little church gift thrift shop near where my daughter lives, and I'd never been there before. It was my first time, so I head over there, and I did find a few things, and some of those things were, of course, ties. So this is actually a box elder made in Italy. It's box elder Milwaukee, but it's made in Italy. I'm going to learn to hold this so you can see it. But anyway, this is a Frank Lloyd Wright. So on the back of it, it has Frank Lloyd Wright, and it has the name of the design, which is Jewel Light for the Frederick C. Roby House from 1909. So the tie is not from 1909. It's probably more recent than that, but it's still vintage, I believe. So because they don't even sell these anymore. So, but they used to be sold at like museums and places, some of them. So I looked them up. So I paid $3 per tie, and I bought 10 ties. So I spent $30 on ties, and the ties I got go between $40 and $50. Have sold for that. So that's pretty exciting stuff for ties, let me tell you. I like tie, but these are kind of Art Deco-y, very mid-century, very cool. This is another one that took me forever to be able to read it, but as you can see, I'm gonna go this way. There we go. Now I see. You can see it's got like the tan, a little bit of the rust, the black. Anyway, and it does have a cool design in the tip as well. And again, it's a Frank Lloyd Wright. It's by Box Elder, and I believe that this was called Prism. It's in gold, and it was so hard to read, and it took me forever to look it up yesterday. But I believe that is called Prism. And here we have another one. They're all very Art Deco and cool. This one is called Desert Pendant from between 1937 and 1938. They're all by the same company, Box Elder. All the ones I'm showing you are Box Elder ties, by the way. So here's another one. So these always do, like, anything Art Deco does well anyway, but these apparently do really well. This is from Liberty Magazine called Frozen Spheres. I just said spears. Not spears. Spears are things you throw. Spheres are things that are round. My mouth isn't working. Things are not working today. My mouth, just things. I am feeling better though. My ear is finally healed up, I think. Okay, there's confetti, and I have two of these in two different colors. This is the Coonley Playhouse from 1912, and these are inspired by the design of Frank Lloyd Wright. That's what it says on the back of them. So, and they're all 100% silk. They're all made in Italy. Well, I don't know if they're all made in Italy. I say that, but yeah, so far they're all made in Italy. And this, I think, is also confetti, only in brown and turquoise. The other one's in blue. And then we've got this one, which is called March Balloons from 1926. It's just really pretty. And they're all just really, really pretty. And I was going through going, ooh, look at all these Art Deco ties, which I always look for Art Deco ties. And I will always pick them up. And then I'm like, they're Frank Lloyd Wright, which I like Frank Lloyd Wright anyway. May Basket, this is from 1926 as well. You can see there's the box elder tag, in case you're wondering. And there's the design on this one. So everything's in reverse that I'm looking at. You see it right side, I see it backwards, and that's why I keep going this way instead of that way for you. I'll get it. It's early yet. I'm still drinking my coffee. So this guy here is called Bugs. And it's an MC Escher tie, also by Boxelder, but it has MC Escher. If you're not familiar, he's an artist. He does, I'm so sure you've seen him. I went to the Dolly Museum in, I think it's in Tampa. My mother-in-law lives down that way. But if you look at this carefully really quick before I get on to another subject, they look like spiders. See the legs and stuff on them? They're like spiders going that way and something different going that way. And that's what Escher does. Escher's like an optical illusion kind of artist. And the one you probably would know, there's one with like a staircase that kind of, like in Harry Potter, how the staircase changes. There's an Escher painting like that, where the staircase looks like it's spiraling upward, but it's not. Then it looks like you don't know where it goes. That's an Escher. And there's also one of a hand drawing a hand type thing. So it's what he does. That's what he does. There's an exhibit of him in the Dolly Museum in Tampa. If you're ever there, you can go check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff there because he's a very cool artist. So is Salvador Dali. Very, a little off kilter. Makes you look at it and you go, yeah. So, and here's another one by MC Escher as well. And this guy is all fishies on the back there. And these are also both by Boxelder, and they're also both silk. So that was all the ties. So it was a little bit of a tie haul from this little, I think it's called Gift of God or something like that. Gift shop. It's a church gift shop. So then I picked up this guy. And of course, of course I can't show it to you like that. There we go. So this is a tissue box cover, very Victorian, very vintagey, with the pretty little roses and the cut work here on the edges. It is beautifully done. It is, it's not a linen. I'm gonna say it's probably from like the 80s, maybe, or maybe older. But it's kind of a polyester-esque kind of fabric. It needs a wash is what it needs. Now, I don't know how many of you people that go into thrift shops frequently, but if you do, you know that they are the most poorly lit places in the entire world. There are, the world has 100-watt bulbs and really good fine lighting that you can put in stores. In none of the stores that you will go into that are a thrift shop will you find that kind of lighting. None. It's all really bad fluorescent or none at all. Like my little favorite thrift shop has actual areas in it, like they're little cubbies where you go in and it's like a section of like glassware, or there's a section and there's like these little cubbies with like shelves in the middle, and there, you can go in and out. Some of the corners of there have literally no lights. Like there's none. It's like the lighting's over here and you're getting whatever residual lighting is coming into this corner where there's like a wall and there's a corner and there's a bookshelf, and like there's no, it's all the light that could get there is pretty much blocked by things. So it's very, very dark, and I'm often with my cell phone, turning my cell phone on because I can't see because it's dark. But yeah, even like Goodwills, Salvation Armies, all of them, the lighting's really poor. The only one that I find has decent lighting is we have these um, Savers. They're not Savers, but they're Savers. They're from Savers. All the Savers stores are. Some of them have different names, and it's Thrift 2. I always call it Thrift 2A, but I don't think that's what it's called. It's something, Thrift 2 something. But anyway, we have several of those around. They're gigantic. They're like supermarket gigantic, okay? But they have decent, I mean, it's still fluorescent lighting, but maybe it's not. It might be like they have in the cafeterias at the schools where it takes a while to come on. I can't think of the name of it, but it might be that kind of lighting, but it's brighter. I mean, the ceilings are 15 feet high, so it's brighter from 15 feet away, but it's still brighter. There's at least light, so it's not terribly lit, but generally, especially little old ones like this one, poorly lit. But it was cute. It was nice. It was in an old house, but it was cute. They had some nice things. They had some overpriced things, just like everybody else, but they had some cute things. Anyway, this is a linen runner, and look at this design on here. It has like a turquoise crocheted edge. It's not bric-a-brac, and then it's got this beautiful design on here. It's on both ends of it, and it is linen, and this is clean, very clean actually, because white, and food. I don't know if you have a white tablecloth. The chances that there are gravy and wine stains on it are almost 100%. Guaranteed, unless you've never used it. Because every holiday, someone has to spill either gravy or red wine. It's a given, or juice, whatever, something that is going to stain. Thankfully, I have pretty good stain removal skills, but still, it is a frustration. Especially gravy, because it's got it's got fat in it, so like the gray stain, you have to put like Dawn dish detergent and scrub it, because plug for Dawn, because that will get the grease out, honestly. So it's a good thing. So anyway, then I found, of course, a plush, because you can't go anywhere with me and not find a plush. But this I got picked up because it had this cute little patch on it, and I didn't recognize it, and it's made of like a fabric. It feels like an old-fashioned silk. It's certainly not. It's probably cotton, because this is a more modern toy. But it's all embroidered and pretty cute. And it's a company called Elodie. Elodie. And Elodie is a European country. European country. I think they're in England. But there's the tag. And naturally, because, it's weird. But that's okay. Weird is good. It's made in India. But the company is in Stockholm. Okay, Elodie is in Stockholm. But they have, like, I saw them sold in the UK. I saw them sold in France. I don't see them here at all. So, obviously, this probably came here with somebody. But I think this was, like, $2. So, everything for this store, I think I paid $40. So, the ties were $3. The little linen things I think were $2. He was like $2. And then I got a couple things here that were $5, because all the clothes were $5, which isn't terrible by comparison to, I was in Goodwill the other day. There's a little Goodwill where I used to live as a kid, so every now and then when I'm down that way, I'll stop there. And I stopped there, and they had like all the t-shirts were marked $9.99, all of them. So, all of them, like there was Under Armour and like a Carhartt that might have been worth more than $9.99. Okay, that might be the only thing on the rack. There was more, but most of them were like, Gildan and what in the world were they thinking? I don't know. But their pants were priced $6.99, which is much better and in line with, what people would pay for resale, like used clothing. I don't know, honestly, sometimes what they're thinking. But anyway, so this is a brand I never heard of, so I looked it up, and it's apparently not a bad brand. This is called, pardon me if I'm butchering your name, if you're out there, like he would be listening or she would be listening, but it's Jane Barnes, I believe, okay? This is a medium. It's all cotton. It was made in Hong Kong, so that tells me probably it's vintage. I never heard of it before, but this is like, this is the print. It's just a short sleeve button-up shirt with this kind of pretty purple, green, gold print in it, graphic. Some of the shirts go for quite a lot. I will pop up what, I found for this particular style, but I'm going to say some were going in the $50-$60 range. So some were more. There were some specific prints that went for more than that. So that might be one to keep an eye out for, because you just never know. And then these are a pair of 7 for All Mankind. And they have a wave pocket. Sometimes they have a 7 on the pocket. These have a wave on the pocket. And they are used. I mean, they're like a flare. They have some fray on the bottom. And they have some fray on the pockets. Some of that might be original to the outfit. They're a boot cut, but they're a wide boot cut, like a flare boot cut. And they're a size 36. They've got some spandex in them. This is the interior tag too, guys, in case you're not familiar. But 7 for All Mankind is a decent brand. For $5, even frayed, a little distressed, they're certainly going to sell for probably 30, maybe 40, maybe more. It depends. Like on the, I think that was like a Kimmy, maybe. I have a couple different pairs of jeans I picked up, so my brain might be mixing them up. But I believe that might be called the Kimmy. So I don't think that's as much as some of the other styles, but I do think it was probably like around $30. So that's not bad. And then this is a modular mate Tupperware container with the green top. I paid a whole $1 for it, and it sold recently. This size is 4.5 cups, sold for $25 for just this. You can ask me all day why. I couldn't tell you, but that's good to me. Like, okay. But Tupperware does good. Some of it takes longer to sell. It's also, when I say things sell well, there's always there's a couple different things you have to understand. You have to look at how much is out there, the prices, and like you have to look at low to high and high to low. You can't just look at high to low and say, oh, it sold for $40. I'm going to ask that. Well, if it sold for $40, that's great. And if it sold for $20, like 15 times and 40 once, that means $20 probably the sweet spot. And then you're going to have the people that sold it for $6 that are going to annoy you. But you have to kind of look at the overall. And believe me, I'm guilty of it. Like, I look at things and I think to myself, how come this is worth that much money? It should be worth more than that much money. It's old. You can't get it anymore. It's cute. It's like, why is it selling for so low? And a lot of it is I just think that people are quick bucking. Like, they're quick bucking, and there's, the quick bucking is sell it fast, sell it cheap, and keep moving. And look, my job is to sell things. That's like the primary purpose of doing this. So I don't want to sell it, and I do want to sell it. I don't want to, not sell it. But at the same time, the people that do the quick buck thing really are killing a market, and that's really unfortunate and it's happening lots and lots. Whatnot, I love Whatnot. Do not misunderstand me. I buy things there. I like it. You're going to probably see things in maybe this video, next video, that I bought on Whatnot. I like Whatnot. I have no complaints. I think it's great for people that are buying storage units or estate sale people trying to get rid of the rest of the estate sale. For people that really don't care that how much they make, they just want to get rid of a lot of product and they're just doing fast turnover. and they're selling things, dollar starts, whatever they sell for, get rid of stuff. Um, that's great. And I see the value in that. I see the value for resellers that can buy things cheap to resell and flip on other platforms where they can get a more premium price. But some of that drive to sell quick and cheap has gone over into the other places, and is driving down the price of things that are vintage and antique that should have more value. Um, and there's things that, of course, the value changes because the decor has changed. What people are looking for changes. Like in the 80s, real wood. In the 90s, people wanted that plasty wood and that acrylic and the, they didn't want real wood. They didn't want the dark browns, and I think they were looking for things that were more modern and, easy, just kind of cool. It was, I used to call it plasty wood, and, it fell apart in 2 years, and it was, my brother, I remember, bought this beautiful dining room set that was like this black and white enamel, very Art Deco-y, was all this like plasty wood, with this like acrylic shiny tops and chairs. And within a year, all but two chairs had completely just been destroyed between kids jumping on them and people that weighed more than 100 pounds sitting on them. And when I say that, I mean, like, my brother is a big guy. My stepfather was a very big guy. So anyone who weighed more than, like, fighting weight of about 150, 180 made the chairs creak. Weighing more than 200, you're going to break those chairs. Those chairs were just so poorly crafted, and they were glued together, and they were just dreadful. So it was very sad and frustrating for my sister-in-law, whose, brand new dining room set was pretty much destroyed in a year because it was just cheaply made. So I see trending right now, especially with people refurnish, redoing, making furniture and refinishing furniture. I watch a lot of like different things on YouTube. My ex-brother-in-law made furniture, beautiful, like the raw edge stuff. And so we have an Amish market here that does some beautiful wood furniture and the raw edge with the, not acrylic, resin, like rivers in them and things like that. Like really pretty, pretty things. There was one in there that if I had a bigger dining room, I would have got it because it was like a 12-foot long dining table. And I always would want like this really long dining table with all the chairs because when everybody comes, I want just one big table. I just think that's the coolest thing. But anyway, now that I'm getting older, my kids come to visit. I'm watching my neck wobble. I feel like a turkey today. I don't know. You just tighten up. But anyway, the furniture trends are starting to go back towards wood and things that are better made and older furniture that's got like that last longer and better quality. And I think that today's teenagers or adults coming up, young adults, which are Gen Z, I think that's, my daughter's like a Gen Z, that group of people is more like, wants things to last longer. They're looking for like quality instead of, and they want, aesthetically pleasing, but they want quality things that are going to last longer, that, are nice and cool and that kind of stuff. So it's a really different kind of thing, which is very nice. I have, my kids are far apart. I don't know if those of you, this is your first time watching. Okay. My name's Debbie, by the way. And, but I have two kids, and one's going to be 25 and one's going to be 43. Okay. So there's 18 years between them. So I have two different generations of children with very different likes and dislikes and different ways of doing things, and it's really interesting to see the dynamic between them. They're both really super grounded, and really, I'm very lucky. They turned out to be really cool young adults, but it's interesting how different they are in certain things, certain aspects. So it's just it's just fun to watch. I just enjoy watching my children and hearing what they like and what they don't like. So, but anyway, that's everything I picked up at the little church thrift shop. So I'm going to end this one here because we're at almost 24 minutes. And if you like the video, please hit the like button, the little thumbs up, lets everybody know that they like it, and they'll share it with more people, which helps me. So the more people see it, the better. And then hit the subscribe button, and you'll know the next time I go put up a video, you'll be able to show up in your little list of people you subscribe to, and you can see anything you missed, and you can watch it then when you have time, whatever. And if you hit the bell, then you'll get a little notification. You know, Best Case Mama Fab Finds has posted new video, and then you'll know. I don't know anybody that's that attached to their YouTube videos, but if you are, then that's for you. If you're not, it's okay. Just, like and subscribe is fine. I do appreciate so much you taking the time to watch me banter and show you some things. I do pop up the prices over here as you'll go along. You will have noticed this by now, but as we go along, we post these over here, and we just to let you know, I've looked them up. This is what they're selling for currently on eBay or other places. I sell on eBay and Poshmark, occasionally on Etsy, but there's so many different places to sell online out there. I do have other videos up as well. As at the hauls, I have what sold videos. I have the car challenge video, which I'm going to do another one of those today, so there'll be one of those coming soon. And I do sometimes day in the life, and sometimes I go out and I thrift, and I always like to do that. I really do. I have the best intentions, but I often forget to turn the phone on. I'm terrible with the phone. I'm terrible with it. So I will be trying to do another one of those in the future soon, because I know some people really like that content, but it's a struggle for me. It really is. I do voiceovers. I don't mind, the talking to myself. People think I'm nuts anyway. It doesn't matter. but I don't care what people think. It's fine. But I just, try to pan too fast. It's a C6 feeling. But I do have a couple up that aren't great, but they're still, interesting sometimes to see what I found. But I always do haul videos, so I do show you what I brought home, which is a little different because I can find a lot of things, but things are broken, and I may not have brought them home for various reasons. This way you're seeing what I'm actually picking up to resell, and I have reasons for why I picked it up too, usually. And some new brands. It's kind of a good way to find out some new brands, because I am not afraid to look things up. Although I am occasionally concerned with how come when you look them up in the store, you suddenly can't find them when you get home. I just had that happen with a pair of shoes that you'll see in another video. I did find them, but not selling on eBay. So that's going to be an exciting, let's see what happens. Thankfully, I didn't pay a lot for them, but it still frustrates me when that happens. Anyway, that's all for today, and I do appreciate so much you watching. I appreciate you all. Come back and watch the next one. I'm trying to get them up every Wednesday. Usually I post. If I can get more content, then maybe I'll post more, but I'm already really well overwhelmed. So well overwhelmed, but I thank you so much for the bottom of my heart, and I want you all to have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.